Happy Friday, everyone. Senator John Cherry. We're trying something new. We've always had our regular e-news updates, but we thought we'd try a new way to update folks on what's happening in Lansing. So we're doing our first one here. We were in session. The Senate was in session this week, as was the House. Really, in the Senate, we passed two sets of bills. The first was a package that we had tried to get across the line last year, but hopefully we'll have more success this year. We passed it out of the chamber. That's really a set of bills to protect people's data and ensure that that's protected from folks who want to exploit it. So it's a set of data privacy bills. And the other package was a set of bills that's really designed to try to keep hazardous waste outside of Michigan. So right now, Michigan is one of the easiest and cheapest states to send hazardous waste to. Folks might remember some headlines a while back about lawsuits trying to stop that. But really, the way we set up our tipping fees is we are the magnet. We have the lowest around. So these bills increase those tipping fees, and what that is really how much the government charges when a hazardous waste is brought in and stored here. You can't just ban it because it's an interstate commerce issue, it's a constitutional issue, but you can put those tipping fees in place. And we're the lowest around. This would bring us up to average and really, we think, help push back some of the hazardous waste coming into Michigan. We got it out of the Senate. Hopefully the House thinks that this is something that we should do as a state. I know I do. And I supported those bills. Now, the House was also in session, and although the state budget was due on July 1st, they passed their initial budget proposal. And really what that amounted to was cuts everywhere. So if it was state police, cuts. Local hospitals, cuts. Local governments, cuts. I chair DNR and MDARD, 45% general fund cuts, really across the board in those departments, state parks, food safety, etc. And I think a lot of the things that are being cut are short-sighted, particularly when you're talking about local communities. So Michigan, we have revenue sharing, so a lot of our local governments are funded through state revenue sharing dollars that come from the state. So when you're making, I think it was over $100 million that was cut in revenue sharing. You know, what that translates to for Genesee County, well, the county government would get $2 million less. It would be $2 million cut to Genesee County. City of Flint would get $3 million less. And it's true really across all the municipalities in Genesee County. And what does that affect? Well, it means that's the things that local governments do for public safety, so police, fire, roads, your sewer, all those types of services that really are some of the most fundamental services that governments provide. That's what that money goes for. When we're talking DNR cuts, that's cuts to fish production or like hatcheries, that's cuts to state parks, and when you're talking about MDARD, it's cuts to the Qualified Forest Program, so reforesting things like northern Michigan after the ice storm, or food safety, making sure that the food we're producing and that our folks are consuming is safe, which I think is someone with a family important to me. So we have a month before the end of our fiscal year. It's October 1st is when the new fiscal year starts. We're going to have to try to negotiate out a budget between the House, the Senate, and the governor and put it in place. Or if we don't do that, then we'll see stuff start to shut down. But we're going to have a long road in front of us to try to get something that is really sustainable and doesn't hurt the people of the state of Michigan. That's clear today. So I hope this was useful to folks. Really, again, the goal here is to make sure we're giving you an update on a regular basis on what's happening in Lansing. Thanks very much.